Corey, what's up? What about the guy you have a crush on? I know you're not over him, but him smiling at you doesn't mean he likes you. Exactly, you know he's just using you to tutor him. Plus, he rejected you after you confessed your love to him. So what is left to analyze? I'm sure we have all encountered situations similar to this, whether the one asking for help or the one giving the help. We've all been there, holding on to relationships, mistakes, or expectations longer than we should. There's a tradition in parts of Asia where monkeys are trapped by placing a fruit inside a jar with a narrow neck. The monkey reaches in, grabs the fruit, but couldn't pull its hand out without letting go. It stays stuck, not because it can't escape, but because it won't let go of what's trapping it. Sounds familiar? Sometimes we are the monkey. The fruit is our pride, our anger, our need to be right, our past, or the version of life we thought we'd had by now. Sometimes it's simply that we can't find a way to let go. So what's the cost of clinging on to these things? Often, it all boils down to a single emotion: fear. As humans, we tend to focus on the negative rather than the positive. In psychological terms, the negativity bias. This originated from our ancestors. Dating back a few millennia, paying attention to bad, dangerous, and negative threats was literally a matter of life and death. Living in caves, having to hunt, find food, and beware of things that could harm us. Those who were more aware were more likely to survive, making humans evolve like this today. Think of it like this. Your exam results are out, and you scored the second highest in class, just 2 points behind the top student. Instead of feeling proud, your first thought might be, "Oh no, I just need 3 more points to score the highest in class." What's behind that reaction? Often, it's fear. Fear of not being good enough. Fear of falling short. Fear that this one result might define your worth. We hold on to negative moments not because they matter more, but our brains are wired to treat them as threats, even when they're not. But fear doesn't just come from negative moments. Sometimes we feel it even when something good ends, something we deeply loved. Have you ever loved something so much that when you lose it, it pains you? Well, I have. I love doing theater, and theater takes multiple months for us to rehearse before we could bring the show out to the audience. During those few months, we spent hours and hours with the other cast members and staffs, which we bonded and felt connected to along the way. During the final week, intensive week, we spent the whole week with each other, which at this point, I probably saw them more than my parents. After we perform, we all go through a phase which we all call post-production syndrome. It's like a roller coaster of emotions. We enjoy the rehearsal process so much that when it ends, we're afraid that we won't feel like that again. So how do I find a way to let go? A couple of days before an important event, which I was the MC at, I experienced this firsthand. Even though we'd been rehearsing for weeks, I suddenly blanked out on stage, forgot my lines, couldn't focus. Everything just felt off. Turns out, I was overthinking. I'd been stuck in my head wondering if one of my friends was upset with me. And so I went to talk it out with one of the teachers, which made me realize I was actually focusing on something I didn't even know was true. So I accepted it, understood it, found the positive, and found something to look forward to. And honestly, I ended up feeling proud of how I performed that day. Little did I know, I was following a process, one that helps me shift my focus and let go. I call it UF. A, acceptance. Acceptance isn't saying it's fine. It's saying it happened, and I can't change it, but I can change how I carry it. It's looking at a paper cut and saying, I see you. You were real, but you're not bleeding anymore. U, understand. Understanding turns regret into wisdom. We tend to ask unanswerable questions like, Why did this happen? Or why did they do this? Instead, focus on what you can know, your emotions, your perspective, and your path forward. F, find the positive. Let's say you forgot your lines or messed up on stage, and maybe you gained the confidence to recover and a chance to grow. At least that's what I'm telling myself now. Lastly, find something to look forward to. It's like shifting your focus and finding something you want to do. It does not have to be something big. It could be lunch with a group of friends, snacks, activities, or even as small as being able to get to sleep early. F allows us to be able to move forward, shift our focus, and understand that we can't change anything about our past, and the best way is to make our future better. When you overthink, F. Argue with your family, F. After a breakup, F. Remember my friend from the phone call, still holding on to the hope that a smile meant something more? Well, maybe she's not stuck, just holding on. And maybe like her, we all have something we need to let go of. Letting go isn't about forgetting. It's about choosing peace over pain. So maybe this is what she needed to hear. You're not stuck. You're just holding on. Thank you.